Hello and welcome back to Productive Dragons channel where we do unboxes, play with me's, and other things. And if you like that, please consider subscribing. Today we got our book of the month in. Want to see what's inside? Come join me. Book of the month is just that, a book of the month. Each month you have a selection of books that you can pick from. It is $17.99 with free shipping, only available in the United States and Canada. I do not know what the Canadian dollars are for this. There you can do add-ons, which in this month I did do add-ons because I had a hard time picking a book. I ended up picking, I believe, 3 books. So this month for June 2026, you had the selections of fantasy, literary fiction, contemporary fiction, gothic fiction, romance, contemporary fiction, and mystery. So, without further ado, I do have a referral code down below that if you are a first-time buyer of books of the month, your first book will be $5. I, in turn, get a credit for a book. That's what happens when you use my link. So, without further ado, and you also get a bookmark. All right. So, let's set these aside. And we will start with the fantasy, which was The Shrouded Queen by Ashley Tropila? I'm probably mispronouncing her last name. As a slave to the Ashura royals, Shamira has always known she was expendable. So when the vicious clad folk attack, she is ready to die as the decoy for her princess. But when she's captured, instead she is forced to impersonate the princess and survive through brutal trials, all under the watch of her dangerously intriguing shapeshifter captor. Amunet Kahad, now Queen of Ashura, is on the run following the king's death. With only her guard with benefits, Jasmine, by her side, she must evade treacherous allies while racing to contact her father, the god of the underworld, before she's long promised powers slip through beyond reach. While Amenet embarks on a quest through the wastelands, Shamara learns the true reason for the attack and unlocks secrets in her past that could change everything. And with threats following on all sides, Shamira and Amunet must decide, who can they trust? Okay, so that is that one. Here is the author. That one sounded good. The next one was the thriller Summer's Never Over by Darby Bozeman. 5 years ago, Greer Olson left her family summer camp in the secluded mountains of Georgia after an idyllic season had turned into a nightmare, and end with friend and fellow counselor dead. Losing vibrance and charismatic Stephanie shatters everything, and Greer vowed she would never return. But when her mother dies and Greer finds herself back at the dreaded cove, surrounded by the people she was closest to that intense summer, including Margot, Steph's best friend. Greer and Margot didn't leave things on the best terms. But now Margot needs her. Margot never believed that Steph's death in that horrific fire was an accident, and she's on the trail of an explosive discovery that Steph took to her grave. Greer has to make a choice: keep the cove secret and her own, or finally confront what really happened. So there is the author of this one. So far, so good. And the last one was the gothic fiction, Melissa Albert's The Children. Guinevere Sharp has 2 childhoods. In one, she and her brother Ennis lived in the wooded shadows of their family's isolated Vermont farmhouse. In the other, the pages of her mother's world-famous Ninth City books, where their magical adventures have made them household names. In reality, Guinevere's childhood isn't the enchanting ideal her mother's readers imagine. She and Ennis are growing up nearly feral, unwashed, and unfed. Escaping each day to the wild woods, they made their playland. As Edith Sharp's books explode into epic popularity, the threats of the rural childhood give way to the escalating pearls of fame, until the night it all goes up in flames, leaving Edith's series unfinished and her children the sole survivors. Now, as adult, coasting on her mother's name, Guinevere is mid-promotion for a ghostwriting memoir when her estranged brother, an artist who has until now spurned his family's legacy, announced an upcoming installation titled simply Mother. As rumors swirl around the death connected to his last show, unsettling recollections from Genevieve's childhood begins to surface. Her public facade starts to crack, forcing her to confront the question she spent the past 20 years running from. What really happened the night of the fire? And what dark history lies behind their mother's fantasy world? There is the author. And I said that there was a book, so here we go. Bookmark. I'm not sure what it is. Mutiny on the Bounty by Charles Norfolk and James Norman Hall. This was a selection back in 1932. So, gothic fiction, thriller, and fantasy. That's the three that I picked. Those were 3 out of the 7 books you could have selected. It looks like this is going to be more than one book because it says book 1. So yeah, I really liked all of them, and I was like, I want to read all of them. So I picked these. What did you think of my selection? Let me know in the comments below. Like the video, and until next time, I hope everybody is having a wonderful